दोस्तों, अगर आप बाज़ार में अपना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं तो अभी जुड़े एंजल ब्रोकिंग के साथ में, क्योंकि यहाँ आपको मिलती है एक अच्छी एडवाइस और भरोसेमंद सर्विस, और यहाँ अकाउंट ओपन करना भी है बिल्कुल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। तो आज ही जुड़े एंजल ब्रोकिंग के साथ में। अकाउंट ओपनिंग लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। आज ही अपना अकाउंट ओपन कराएं।
But as we know, our feet are on ground, and there is a always a concern that technology must be backed up by policy investments. Do you foresee any hurdles there? Of course, your effort to the progressive policy, but want to just revisit this particular part so that we know how we are going and your views in terms of the future.
Well, let me share with you my perspective. India is today one of the most attractive opportunities for renewable energy investment anywhere in the world. As far as policy is concerned, at least I believe that the government of India is extremely committed to promoting new energy, and among all countries in the world, we have been proactive, unlike the past, and I believe that we are at the leading edge of policy development, and all of these policies are transparent and pro-consumer. And the commitment begins at the highest level from our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi himself, right from the days of Gujarat. As you know, he is a big proponent of renewable and clean energy. The government is proactive in meeting the financing needs of the new energy sector. The recent announcement in the union budget about the launch of sovereign green bonds is a step in that direction. India achieved its target of 40% power generation of renewables, right, of the target that it had set for 2030 in 2021 itself. And I believe that we will be ahead of this target. India aims to achieve 500 gigawatt of renewable power capacity, which I'm sure we will meet. So right now, on the basis of what I see, I am very optimistic.
Wonderful. Oh, no, this is very, very reassuring. Mukesh, you always tell us about speed, scale, and sustainability, in which again, Reliance is a leader. So coming to India, what are the other factors that will favor India's transition to new energy with speed and scale? Because time is that of the essence, and impacting the largest number of population is the big challenge. So what are those factors for fast transition?
So Dr. Mashelkar, as you and I both believe that, India's progress is unstoppable. We will become a $5 trillion economy. We will become a $10 trillion economy. We can only argue about whether it will happen in 25 or 27 and whether 10 will happen in 2030 or 32. So when that happens, right, the quality of life of every Indian has to improve. Today, our per capita energy consumption is 1/3 of the world. I think that for quality of life of all Indians, right, we will have India's own domestic demand for energy will be enormous. Indians are already known for having one of the most eco-friendly and sustainable lifestyle. An average Indian's annual carbon emission is about 1/5 of the average Chinese or 1/8 of the average American. So even if it increases, we will be able to meet it. In fact, an average Indian's carbon emission are less than half of the world average. Indians won't have to make too many lifestyle changes to become carbon neutral. India's per capita income, while today is about $2,000 compared to Europe's $38,000, I believe that progressively we will reach $10,000 per capita in the next 15 to 20 years. And this will increase our energy demand. And at the same time, we will be able to meet our incremental energy at affordable rates because of the progress that we are making in technology and because of the abundance of renewable resources that nature has blessed our country with. So I believe that India will be among the fastest growing large economy, and our energy needs are going to double in the next couple of decades. India will overtake the European Union as the world's third largest economy, in my view, by sometime around 2030, 2032. So India has to address its triple challenges. One, India must increase energy output to drive double-digit GDP growth. And we have to do it at an affordable basis on the use of technology. Second, India must increase the share of green and clean energy in this enhanced output. And third, India must achieve the goal of self-reliance or Atmanirbhar Bharat in pursuing the above two challenges. This, of course, cannot happen overnight. For the next 2 or 3 decades, India's dependence on coal and imported oil will continue. But we must have a plan to eliminate that in the next 2 or 3 decades. Hence, in the near and medium term, we will have to follow low carbon and low carbon strategies of development. Affordable and abundant supply of clean energy will enable every Indian an improved standard of living without disturbing the ecological balance. And this generation has the responsibility to put its successive generations on a path whereby we remain perpetually clean. We have the responsibility of being the transition generation.
I think this very, very exciting as a scientist, as a technologist. I look at these grand challenges and find them extremely interesting. The issue is the following. I mean, there are all these new energy technologies, some of which we are creating, some of which we are adopting. But again, the essence is doing it swiftly. So do you think India can embrace these new energy technologies swiftly?
Well, I think that from my experience and my perspective, right, this is modular and decentralized. When we build centralized plants, or when you even build, say, nuclear plants for energy, right, they take a lot of upfront design, they take a lot of infrastructure, and they take between 4 and 6 years. What happens in the decentralized energy world is, yes, you take some time to innovate, get the product right, but then there is modular execution. So this is the same as exponential change, right? So we all know that exponential, if you walk 20 linear steps, you'll walk 20 meters, right? If you walk 20 exponential steps, you'll go 20 times around the earth. And clearly, I think all of us will be surprised by the rate at which this technology catches up, because it is decentralized and modular. Right? Once you have the right efficiencies, then you don't need to really, it is, and I say it very simply to all our people, that this is about everybody can run on their own speed at their own things. You're not holding hands and running so that everybody doesn't fall down at the same time. And that is why it's a completely different execution style. And I'm a believer in decentralized execution.
Yeah, Mukesh bhai,